Only a few months after the release of Joe Danger on the PS Vita, Hello Games and 4 Door Lemon have teamed up once again to bring Joe Danger 2, the movie, to the PS Vita. Joe Danger 2 is a perfect example of two things. Firstly, it is a great example of what a sequel should be, and it is also an excellent example of how to port a game over to the Vita. Joe Danger retains the fun gameplay of the original. There is plenty of fast-paced action in bite-sized chunks. The short levels are perfect for a handheld, as they can be played in quick bursts on the go. Unlike other motorbike titles, such as Trials, Joe Danger is very lenient and forgiving. The game will allow Joe to land flat on his head by him dying. The real danger comes from the comedic traps scattered across each level. There are plenty of hurdles, bear traps, walls, and more between Joe and the finish line. Even with all these traps, Joe Danger 2 does feel significantly easier than the original. Don't get me wrong though, the game still provides a challenge, but Joe Danger 2 never gets to control the breaking levels of difficulty. The only exception to this is the ultra hard preview mode, which is just insane. If you can beat that level and do all the objectives, then you truly deserve the Golden Pro Medal. Progressing in Joe Danger 2 is far quicker than in the original. Levels cost less stars in order to unlock, which means you don't have to scrounge around on already played levels to get stars in order to progress. While Joe Danger 2 is not as hard as the original, it is certainly more varied. The premise of the game centers on Joe shooting an action movie. This premise works really well, as the levels constantly alter in appearance instead of just having a handful of backdrops, like in the first game. If you're a fan of movies like me, then you'll notice that Hello Games managed to sneak in plenty of references to famous movies such as Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Silent Hill, and more. Just like the backdrops, the objectives are also varied. The director has Joe do all kinds of scenes, including human bowling, using a jetpack, collecting all the bananas, stomping on all the targets, taking out all the pumpkin men, catching robbers, and more. The list is very, very long. As well as his trusty motorcycle, Joe also has access to other modes of transportation, such as minecarts, skis, and unicycles. These additions have minor effects on the gameplay, as some require players to control balance, while others can take multiple hits. Throughout my 6-hour playthrough, the game constantly surprised me with new ideas and innovations. The movie premise also does a great job of showing off the visuals of Joe Danger 2. Graphically, the game is among the best on Vita. Character models are sharp, while the backgrounds are teeming with life. The world feels like a cartoon movie set due to all the commotion on the track and also in the backdrop. The massive differences in a snowy mountain to a city street help evoke the excellent use of colours in the game. The music selection is also very good, as the soundtrack incorporates a variety of overly dramatic songs which add intensity to each level. The only issue with the sound design is that you cannot play your own music. As well as looking good, Joe Danger 2 also runs at a smooth 60 frames per second on the Vita, for the most part. Certain levels which incorporate the use of other motorcyclists have frame rate issues. Other levels, such as the Minecraft level for instance, also suffer from frame rate dips. The game also crashed me 3 times throughout my playthrough. These issues are definitely few and far between, as they rarely occur and do not ruin experience, but they are worth mentioning. Joe Danger 2 on the PS Vita is the biggest version of the game yet. It features plenty of guest characters such as Sackboy from Little Big Planet, the protagonist from Tearaway, the 9 mercenaries from Team Fortress 2, and Steve from Minecraft. In fact, the Minecraft guy also brought his own assets for the level creator mode, which is a nice bonus. The Vita version also contains the Undead Nightmare Pack, which puts the total number of levels to 85. The only unavailable mode in the Vita version is the offline multiplayer mode, which is a big shame, but considering that the game has a level creator, ghosts, leaderboards, and trophies, it is still worth a low asking price of £6.49. It also would have been nice to see a platinum trophy. Overall, Joe Danger 2 is an almost perfect sequel. It's bigger, badder, and more varied. The game builds upon an already solid foundation while maintaining what was great about the original. There are a few technical issues, but the game works really well on the Vita and is perfect for quick bursts on the go. Joe Danger 2 is an excellent title which you should not pass up, and that is why it gets an A grade. And as always, thanks for watching.